Alright, I'm gonna see if I can do a speedrun of this NES bootleg called Tomb Raider. Not directly in relation to the famous franchise, but it's definitely something alright, so I'm gonna see how this goes. I have no idea how long the speedrun will take, so we'll just go with it and see how it goes. So, I'll start the time in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so the first thing we do is we head over to this building on the right. I'm gonna talk to this person named Frank. This game is about an expedition where a map went missing and eventually we are at this ancient temple that's nearby. We have a couple of figures. So this is the historian named Spark who we'll be talking to. And now we have over here Ralph, who's gonna be leading us towards the temple. Who's basically our guide. This whole game is basically a lot of walking around, really. But there's also some action. You have guns, you can shoot spiders, and you can shoot wolves. Mostly we try to go past them. These wolves can be pretty mean though, so I have to watch out for those. I usually try to run so that I don't have to encounter them at all. Got some more health eaten away. Still not too bad. But we got some health kits as well, so we can heal ourselves, thankfully, but gotta make sure not to have this happen too often. Okay, we're at the temple, so and basically Ralph tells us, okay, I'm heading off by, and now we have to explore the temple ourselves, so that's what we're gonna do. This is actually the main place we're gonna return to, and every single time a new door will open, so in this case we go up into the top corner here. Gonna grab this item because there's some really good item pickups, mostly the medkits, but also some ammo that you can get later on. Let's see, what do we do now? Have both switches, so we'll do that. These are the switches you can basically see when you've hit it. It's very easy to flip it again, but we try not to do that too often, of course. Let's see, I'm gonna grab this too. So it's nice to have a little bit of a buffer. So now we have to go sort of crisscross across this room. We activate that switch. We head to the right side. Hit some more switches. Most of the time you wind up hitting switches in these temples. So it's mostly pretty straightforward in that sense. Although in a technical way it's also an RPG because you can level up, as it turns out, so that's pretty interesting. If you kill a certain amount of enemies, your level is gonna go up. Although I don't think it really influences much of the game in that sense. So, yeah. So you're gonna head down here. So we're currently looking for a couple of crystals. In this case, oh damn, okay. I guess I'll heal myself. A little bit low on health. Got struck by mummy, that's also kind of bad. These mummies can do a lot of damage, so you have to watch out for them. Also, the funny thing is, if you go into the menu, into your inventory, it will reset the enemies on screen. So, in certain cases, that can be extremely handy. Let's see, oh, I think I'm supposed to top past fire. There we go. Because we turned off the fire. Now we're gonna go back and now we're gonna go over here. And there's another switch. Who'd have thought? Okay, now we go to the left again. And this time around we are gonna go to the lower left side. We went to the upper left side and now we're gonna go to the down below. There's gonna be one more thing before I can make some more progress. Ooh, that was pretty nasty. Like I said, those mummies can be very nasty, so I tried to stay out of their way, but in a speedrun that can be pretty tough sometimes. Not gonna lie. Okay, so we got one more switch, I promise. And that'll be the final one that will allow us to continue on. So here we go. And there's, as far as I know, nothing else there. Not even in terms of items, so we're just gonna continue on over here. All the way down here, Lara just getting a workout. Alright, so now this door's open. We're gonna grab these items. I think there's some ammo in there and some health as well. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go over to this right side because there is this weapon I can pick up, which will be useful later. It's actually a pretty strong weapon, so that's why. But most of the time we will be using our regular weapon, which is our Uzis. So, not much else going on there. Alright, so we're about to head off into the first boss fight. It's gonna be pretty samey all over, so I'm just gonna stand over here, hit repeatedly, gonna make sure to keep distance because we will eventually want to make sure that we can take out the boss that way, and that's it, that's the first boss fight. And we picked up this crystal. We're gonna acquire a couple of crystals over the course of the game, so we will be, like I said, we will be back at this temple pretty soon, as it turns out. For now, we're gonna go back into town and tell all about our experiences in the temple. So, that was pretty scary. They're eating away at us. That's probably... Oh gosh, this is looking hairy. I have to keep an eye out on my health. It's really tempting to just damage boost or run past every enemy, but it will be pretty bad at some point. Okay, we're gonna go back to Ralph the Guide. Of course, made his way back here. There he is. And disappears again. And Ralph is heading off to a tribe, which is nearby this town. So basically this is leading to a crossroads of sorts, and you will be able to head off in like 4 directions. One of them, of course, is the temple. The other one does lead to us going to the ruins, and there's another one leading to a warehouse. And we will be visiting all of these places eventually, so there will be some locations to be seen. The tribe is actually in a similar direction from the temple, except we go up instead of down, which is pretty handy. Those living in the tribes can get access to the temple super quickly. Okay, now we got this tribe. There's an English translation patch of this where the chief says something like "uh-huh" or something like that. It's like it's very interesting translation, I would say. Let's see. Now I've talked to Spark the Historian. So now we head back into town, and right now we're just basically hopping back and forth between places. So now we go back to town, just like that. Oh boy, that was a pretty close shave there. Okay, I'm gonna zigzag here so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, of course we haven't explored the rest of the town yet, so we're gonna go some other places. there's like that one house where we were in the building. And now we're going to a bar, and that's gonna be all the way up here. And we're just gonna talk to the locksmith that is there, because he knows a couple of things about treasures. He's gonna help us out. Let's see. That's it. Usually, if you stop talking to them at some point, then it's like, hey, it's a nice day, isn't it? And it probably is. It looks sunny enough. All right. Let's see. Now we go back to the temple once again, where we're gonna get the blue crystal. So we first got the green crystal. Now it's time for the blue crystal. Getting all kinds of colors. Close enough. Oh, I still got eaten alive there. I still have to watch out, but yeah, we basically head back to the temple now in order to get to our second quest. All the wolves are eating away at me. There's gonna be some rougher spots later on, especially when we get to the warehouse. There's gonna be some stuff happening. I won't spoil too much for those who haven't seen it, and it's very likely that not a lot of people have seen this before, so I just will say nothing for now. Okay, so we're back here, yay! And now we are going to the right side. Let's see. We go to the top right to be specific, so it's pretty much across the room. Gotta watch out for mummies, this can be pretty nasty. You know what, let's pick this up. Let's heal ourselves like that. You also have these bigger med packs. I probably may not need them at all, so it kind of depends really. You have a lot of items that you never wind up using really. Okay, so we're gonna turn off the fire first. I think it was this. There we go, and then we go up to hit a switch here. That's the only thing we can do here anyway. Then we go activate the switch on the left side. And a switch on the right side, and we will eventually go through that door, so we will get back there. See, all the way over here. We also disabled the fire, so that's the reason we hit all the switches, of course. Oh, that was a close one. I was scared there. I was afraid that I was gonna get sniped by the mummy. That has happened before, believe me. Especially when you walk really closely past them, that's when it really gets scary. Alright, so, let's see. There's a switch to the left here. We're gonna hit that before we can go up, because there's another door there, so there's some more switching around to do. So yeah, I guess in terms of setting, it feels very Tomb Raider-like. But yeah, apart from that, it's probably not really inspired by anything from the mainline series at all, so at least that would have been my guess. Okay, so now we have the next enemy, or actually it's two enemies, since there's two of these. And, oh, stuff like this enemy, nice. Speed strats, yo. I'm gonna try and do that. Usually one way to deal with these enemies quickly is just running away. By doing so, the enemies themselves will also go the opposite direction, so that makes it really easy to deal with them, actually. Alright, now we got the second crystal, so huzzah. And I guess we're heading back to the tribe, because Ralph, of course, sent us out to get this item. And we're gonna report back with this wonderful blue crystal that we got. So yeah, I used to play this when there wasn't an English translation yet. I currently decided to do this run on the Chinese version because, yeah, why not? Because I have played the English translation patch, and I pretty much know what I have to do, so, you know, there's that. But the English translation made it easier to understand what is exactly going on. Let's see. Oh yeah. We now head off to the ruins. We exchange a couple of words, and that's what we do next. The ruins will be a place where we're gonna go back to as well. Yeah, that's gonna be... Ooh, there we go. Took a turn there. I had to. See, should be fine. And when we get to the ruins, there's going to be a bit of a surprise, because we need to save Spark the Historian, because somehow he got there and we're surrounded by wolves. The thing is, we don't actually have to kill the wolves like right away. We can do that later, but we have to save Spark anyway, so I'm gonna see if I can do that without taking in death. He's actually all the way over there, so... Wait, no, he's not over there. Let's see if I can get him in place. Yeah, I don't need to kill the wolves until later. Like, I could kill them now, but I'd have to kill them again when I get back here, so yeah, there's that. Okay, we rescued Spark. Now we are heading out of here. Gonna get away from the wolves. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Let's see, now we are heading into town again. And this is not the last of this quest. We will be walking around quite a bit. And also we will be revisiting locations quite frequently actually, so better brace yourselves for that. So let's see, there we go, past the spooter. Okay, we're going to the right building once again. That's where Spark is. You know, we saved his life. Yay! Spark is safe. And he's like, oh yeah, can you go back for me because I left my backpack there. So now we have to go back. You can't get it before that. You have to talk to Spark. And then you can get the backpack. It's really, yeah, unnecessary in a way, but it's the way it is. You know, we have to go into travel, and we have to somehow not get hit by anything here. So at this point, we still don't have to kill the wolves. That's not going to be until later. But first, we're just gonna go up and grab the bag. Oh, actually, I'm saying I've not really indicated what's gonna happen to Spark, but he might not make it around for too long. Let's see if this works. Okay, nice. Okay, and now it turns out Spark died. That's a bit odd to say the least. So now we talk to Frank here, who is like in disbelief and like, oh no, I can't believe it, and then we just go off, head off to the bar. And this time around we're gonna talk to the bartender. He's gonna be able to tell us a couple things. We're not gonna go for a drink, it's nothing like that, but he has some info, so you know, it's always good to talk to people who have info. But actually, he does have some info. But yeah, basically, what we're going to do next is we're going to save Ralph because he got captured and got taken to this warehouse. And I was mentioning that before, so that's where our next goal is going to be. It's going to be all the way down here. I got past that wolf somehow, I have no idea. That was pretty scary, not gonna lie. But yeah, the warehouse is all the way down here. Also, I hope you enjoyed the tunes. It's pretty much this, really. To my mind, it always feels like a much shorter loop than it in fact is. But yeah, oh, hold on. I need to For some reason, I can only use medkits here, and I can't use them elsewhere, so I have to do it this way. Alright, and also, yeah, another thing is, that's the fun thing about this game, is you can apparently save, so that's what I'm gonna do. Because this next part can be a bit tricky. I'm trying not to get killed, but there's all kinds of enemies and you have no idea what's gonna happen, so I just hope that I make it through alive. The only thing I want to do is save Ralph, and that's about it. So if I can somehow do that without taking a death here, that would be pretty amazing. Oh no, I died. Okay, we'll have to retry that again. Let's see. Back to the screen, back to the screen. Oh wait, oh yeah, it does go there. Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay. And we're back here. It's funny, it's like on those NES games that has a save function. I'm not sure how common that is for bootlegs, or unlicensed games, but it's certainly neat, I guess. Gonna see if I can do things this way. Ah, damn, dead again. This might take a few tries. Sometimes I get through without taking any hits whatsoever, but it can be pretty bad that way. It happens, really. Okay, so let's try it again. Here we go. Who's ready for some adventuring? Alright, let's go over here. I usually try to get past the wall and see if that works out, but it's of course no guarantee, so I just hope that nothing really bad happens. Okay, oh no! Got killed again. I'm definitely glad that I saved there, because that would have been bad otherwise. That would have cost me the run, basically. So yes, if you want to improve your run, make sure you do this right first try. That's my advice. Okay, I got past that guy. Now this guy. Ah, damn. I think I should try and despawn him again, but or try to go into the menu and sort of respawn him again, I guess. I was gonna say despawn, but it's more like the other way around. This took a bit more time than I was hoping for. Okay, that sort of helps. Oh, this certainly helps. Okay, I should be able to get across now. Okay, this is I've somehow never tried this before, but it seems like it's pretty helpful. Okay, we got out. We got out. So now we're going back to the tribe again. Just making sure. Yeah. I'm just gonna heal myself first because I took some damage. So yeah, this is a bit of a time loss. But anyway, Ralph made his way back to the tribe, and I'm gonna talk to him and see if he has discovered anything, or has any cool news or anything like that. So let's go. So you're gonna go past the spooter once again. I don't think I've gotten hit by any of these spooters at all. They've been behaving very well indeed. Right. So now we gotta make sure to talk to Ralph twice. If I only do it once, I will not be able to trigger the next thing to do. So I have to make sure that I have to talk to him again, because he basically tells me, okay, go check out the ruins, there's a couple more things we have to do. Basically, we have to get rid of the wolves there. We have to kill 6 wolves in total. So that's what we have to do, and then we can continue on. So, yeah, I guess here we go on this wolf quest. just heading down here, back to the ruins. You know what the funny thing is? This game somehow reminds me of the unlicensed game called Chrono Trigger. It's a sort of bootleg version of Chrono Trigger, except that one is way more RPG-esque than this one, but there's something about this that reminds me of it in terms of aesthetic. It's hard to put my finger on it, but that's how it feels, really. Okay, I'm gonna refill briefly before I head in there. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna kill 6 wolves in total in order to make progress. I gotta make sure to face them head on, so otherwise I won't be able to deal any hits. I can't really aim sideways or anything like that. It's nothing like the 3D Tomb Raiders, for instance. But yeah, I guess, you know, it's got wolves in it, so it's probably similar enough. Okay, come on, let's go. Get over here. That's 2, I think? I may want to count them. The game doesn't tell you right away when you're done, but, you know, people can count. And there's 3 more on screen, so there's probably less of them. Sometimes you can sort of lock them into place, which is kind of interesting, but even then, killing them sometimes is not always the easiest thing. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Okay, I think that's both of them, actually. Yeah, there we go, that's 6. Alright, that should be good enough. I think I'll do my split as soon as I'm done talking to Ralph and I finally got the final objective, and that is, of course, to go to the temple once again. Yeah, it was funny, I was saying initially, like, I had no idea how long this game would take us to speedrun. I was guessing around half an hour. It seems like it was pretty close. I mean, I did lose quite a bit of time to the warehouse part, but apart from that, it was pretty decent, I guess. Alright, so I'm gonna split as soon as I leave the cabin here. Or the hut, if you like. Right. Now it turns out there's this cane and it has special powers and such. And we use this yellow crystal and it gives off a glow and we see things, and that means we have to go back to the temple and finish up things once and for all. So that's what we do. We do exactly that. This last part is gonna be at times a little bit tough though. There's gonna be some fights. Some gun fights we wind up doing, and I'm gonna make sure to save beforehand because I have no idea what's gonna happen. All right, you would have guessed it. There's one more direction that we can go into. Since we came from up here, we went to the left, we went to the right, so there's only one more place to go, and that's down. Let me see. I should be able to open up both the doors. This one too? No, wait, no, that's the last one. But this one we do certainly open up. Yeah, and then we open up the other one. I almost forgot. Ooh, that was hairy. If you see that mummy do this grab of sorts, or if you see the mummy attack me, then you know it's bad. Because those mummies do a lot of damage. So I have to avoid that somehow. Let's see. There we go up. Let's heal first. Oh no, there's more mummies. Okay, and then we go up, hit the left and right switches. I'm just going by my notes really, I've made a route of this. So, just to make things easier. see, and then right. We go up and down. We sort of have to alternate direction again. So we first go up, and then we go down to deactivate the fire, and then we go past the fire to activate the last switch. It sort of works like that. So let's see. This is a very long corridor. It never ends. Also a very scary mummy position. I'm gonna grab this. I think it's ammo, I'm not sure. But you know, since we picked up the extra weapon in the first part of the temple, we might just as well have something for it, if possible. And yes, spoilers, we're gonna use the gun, the Beretta, I think it's called. Gonna use that against the final boss. Who is the final boss? You'll see soon enough. There's one guy we haven't seen in a while, and that's Frank, the financier of the expedition. And who knows what he might be up to. See, gonna hit the switch. And now we go to the right side, because this is basically an extended version of what we saw before. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so first we head down here, as soon as we get to the right side. Oh boy, that was scary. You sound like, oh, not like this. Yeah, this first one I wouldn't dare run to mummies too much, really. Okay, that's what Jinx said. Good. I want to make sure that I don't mess up the inputs, because it's really easy to do. It's very easy to re-hit the switch again and somehow lose time that way. But anyway. We're almost done here. Oh, what do you know? That's a very convenient placement there. Might just as well pick it up. I have no exact idea what it is. Even in the English translation, I would usually skip the text, so I wouldn't exactly know. Although I could probably look it up, of course. Right, so now we head all the way down again. Now we go over to the right side, which pretty much opened up. And I'm gonna save beforehand, because I have no idea how this is gonna go, and I really hope it's going well. So let's see, gonna save. There we go. Okay, let's see how it goes. Because it turns out Frank was here as well, and it turns out he is quite evil. And that doesn't sound too good. Let's see, I found a strat that sort of makes it easier to get past these guards. Basically what I do here is I reset the screen by going into the inventory, and that makes it easier to deal with these guards. So yeah, now we're done with the guards. We go back here, and now it's time to face off against Frank. We have one more direction to go, and that's well, the one door that was previously closed. So we go over here. You know it's the exit when, or the last part of the game when you've got all these pickups. Gonna pick all of it up because why not? Let's just say it's the first one and we could still improve a lot of basic things even. So you'll see, you'll see. Okay, thankfully the last boss isn't too difficult. It's actually Frank, as you would have expected. So we're gonna use... Oh, didn't I pick up the weapon? I thought I did. Oh, okay. I guess we'll use the other way. I guess I never picked it up then. I thought it was on the right side. Anyway, not a big deal. It will take a little bit longer, this fight. Like I said, Oh, I didn't expect that. Wait, does the English... Sorry, I'm learning things about this game. Is this English patch actually different than the regular game? Because... yeah, that was unfortunate. Now I have to redo this fight again, so I guess I'll save before I go into the final part. That was unfortunate though, because this went pretty well actually. I was able to set it up exactly according to plan. Ooh, I nearly meshed fast enough for that. But yeah, this is really handy. If you would go in there like right away, it would be much more likely you would get killed. So I'm glad I found this setup at least. Okay, so yeah, like I said, for some reason I don't have the other gun which I would have used. It's more like a, I think it's a machine gun type of weapon. But it does kill Frank a lot faster at the end, so that's definitely something that you might want to do. So I guess we'll deal with regular guns. It's still possible though, it's not gonna take too long, I figure, but or as far as I know, I haven't exactly timed it yet, I must say, but from what I've seen, it's not too bad. You just have to make sure not to get hit by Frank, that is all. Sounds simple enough, right? Alright, I guess I'll save over here, just in case. There we go, and let's check the inventory. Yeah, I don't... oh wait, I do have to... sorry, I do, sorry, my bad, I realized I didn't switch weapons. That was my main fault. I had to get used to the menus again. But yeah, what we do now is basically we head back, and as soon as you head back far enough, you will be able to send him away, basically, and that makes it easier to deal with this boss. Otherwise, it's gonna be a pretty tough one. But yeah, that's it basically. With the gun that we've just used, it's a lot easier. And now Frank's like, oh no, why is this happening to me? And that's the end of the game. Time. Yeah, this is Lara Croft after all. So yeah, that was a bit of a sloppy run. I lost time to the warehouse and I lost time at the end. But it's a start, I guess. So there you go. That is the NES Tomb Raider.